Born and raised in Fort Myers, Gary Griffin began his career as an intern at B&I Contractors Incorporated, climbing his way through the ranks before taking on his current role as president and CEO of the company. No stranger to the challenges of life, Gary has learned that it's all about taking a positive approach to these obstacles and to find support through others during the hard times.
My wife and I joke, we say we both have guardian angels. Because it seems like every time I have a problem, I have someone or something that helps me get out of it. I lost my father when I was only 8 years old, but I have a great family and a great stepfather, and I had great grandfathers that stepped in. So I don't know that there's any one challenge that ever occurred that I didn't have something else that followed it that sort of supported me through it.
In an unpredictable industry, Gary has learned to take calculated risks and plan ahead to ensure that B&I is prepared for the future. His approach enables the company to weather difficult seasons and also opens the door to new opportunities.
During the recession, as all in being involved in the construction industry, B&I was impacted, as was all of the construction industry. So they recognized that there was an opportunity to expand outside of the Southwest Florida market. They had primarily served Sarasota to Naples, but as the recession hit, there were opportunities and they expanded over to the East Coast, which isn't an easy thing to do.
With more than 560 team members under his leadership, Gary guides by example, demonstrating a steadfast commitment to perseverance, quality, and integrity.
I've always been a part of a very strong company. This company was strong before I got here in 1986, and it's still strong today. So if there was ever a temptation to cut a corner, I knew that it just wasn't necessary. We can weather the storm, we can do it right, and then at the end it'll pay off. And learning that lesson over and over and seeing that it always pays off makes it really easy to make the right decision now.
Not only have I've been a friend of Gary's for many, many years, but I've also had an opportunity as a banker to have some insight into the company. And the company has always been run very conservatively, fiscally conservative. B&I has no debt. B&I has a tremendous assets that are free and clear. And that's a reflection of Gary's overall conservative fiscal nature to make sure that in times like we experienced during the recession, that the company will continue to survive and be successful.
As the leader of a 100% employee-owned company, Gary empowers his employees to be accountable to the company and each other. Each member has a stake in the company's success or failure, and his team has met this call with conviction.
I used to be inspired by things that worked really well, clockwork, as they say. But I look back and I'm most inspired by looking at all the people around me. My managers have been here, many of them as long as I have been, and I've seen how they've grown up in the company just like I have. And they're really, they started out at an entry level, and they've become really successful. They've helped us grow our business from, I think, around $10 million when I took it over in 1995, and we're going to exceed $100 million in revenues this year. And seeing all those people that have been around me all those years grow and achieve more, that's really what inspires me.
A devoted husband to his wife Julie and father to Jordan and Megan, Gary is passionate about causes that support education, health, and career development. He is involved in numerous community and professional organizations, including the Foundation for Lee County Public Schools, Horizon Foundation, and Healthy Lee, and is willing to go above and beyond in support of local initiatives.
Well, this last year at the State of Our Schools, I went to Gary and I said, I need you to be Harry Potter. And he thought about it for a second or two and knew what we do with these things and readily agreed to it and makes the perfect Harry Potter. If you look at Harry Potter and if you've read any of those books, Harry Potter was resourceful, he was empowering, he was determined, he was brave, he was heroic. All of those things can be said about Gary Griffin. He's our very own Lee County Harry Potter.
I think that Gary just doesn't think about himself, but he thinks about everybody around him and the community and how he can help. He's a very outgoing person as far as trying to want to help, And you know, if you help others, you're helping your own situation. You're helping the community. And I think he's one of those persons that just likes to really keep things going by helping other people.
It's easy to see Gary's passion for the Southwest Florida community, and his love for the region pours out of his philanthropy, business leadership, and professional and personal relationships.
I mentioned earlier I lost my dad when he was young, and when I reached the age that he passed away when he was 41, when I reached 41, I thought I had done a lot of really good stuff at B&I, and I had, but I realized I wanted to do more in the community too because I love this community. So I put myself out there wondering if anyone would ever ask me to participate. And it was very heartening to have a lot of people ask me to get involved in a lot of really good things, and it became really easy.
Gary encourages future business leaders to discover their passions, consider what steps are needed in order to fulfill their dreams, and to work hard to bring those dreams to life.
Gary is a forever student. He's always wanting to learn, but there's a flip side to that. After he learns, he wants to pass it on and teach others.
I think that the key thing that students can take away from Gary is just how he lives his life. He believes in studying hard, he believes in being prepared, he believes in doing your homework, and he believes in thinking outside the box in terms of looking for answers to life's problems. So if students do those kinds of things, they're going to be the next Gary Griffins in our community.
Today's students can learn from Gary's success story, and his advice to them is simple.
Find something you love and do it very well. Don't worry about how much money you're going to make. Don't worry about, maybe even worry about how many jobs are available in a certain industry. Find something you really enjoy doing it. Concentrate on doing it really well, and if you're going to work and doing something you love every day, you're probably going to do a great job with it.
Gary, congratulations. This is a well-deserved honor. You've been like a brother to me, and I'm looking forward to spending many more years together.
Gary, just want to really congratulate you on the award. It's a very prestigious award, and thank you for all your help and your service and support over the years.
Hey Gary, I know you're a little bit afraid if you saw me on this camera talking about you, but I didn't give away any of your secrets. But on the true side of everything, being very serious, I can think of no one better than you to be inducted into the Junior Achievement Hall of Fame.
Dad, I am so proud of you for getting this award. Nobody deserves it more than you. You're so encouraging and loving, and everything that you do inspires people around you. You're so incredible. Thank you for everything that you've done. I love you.
Junior Achievement of Southwest Florida is proud to name Gary Griffin to the Business Hall of Fame, Lee County.